Okay, so today we are going to get back to the threshold where we can buy an event card. So if it is Bad Moon Rising, I could get it at least. So I should always have that cushion. For a while there, I was not really worried about that because I was trying to just get an event card just for the sake of it. So I got obviously the Frankenstein guy, and then I also just got a hero for the sake of it, Captain Combustible. At least we got some cause. You know, you might think why do that, but it's an important psychological element of this playthrough because we have been playing All Things Considered for a pretty decent amount of time. Even if it's like once a week, it's been like over 6 months, these short little episodes that I do. So you want some sort of sense of progress or somebody different. So I got one hero, I got one event card. Not that the event card is that big of a deal, but holly jolly, how fitting. But they didn't do Bad Moon Rising around Halloween the way that you almost thought they should, right? I was obviously hawking looking for it every time. Amphibious when played pre-Zombies Next Door. Not really the kind of thing I would like anyway, but we'll just keep saving up. I might even end up saving up to, you know, it's like the middle of the month, so I don't really get why they do it like this. It's very confusing. Like Pokemon TCG Live triggered me that way. I thought, oh, I'm doing some challenge, so at the end of the month I have to get to a certain rank, or I have to delete my account, and then it fucking reset. So then I had to do it all from scratch, and it was like the end of the month, not the next month, meaning it should reset at the first. It was before that, but whatever. So with the case of this, obviously I was getting to rank 20 for a couple months there, and I won't even blame like, oh, I don't play. Well, that's kind of true though, because normally I would play as like every hero until I lose a game, right? It's like permadeath little mini gauntlet within the episode, so I can only lose one game per plant per hero, you know, whatever, per plant hero, per zombie hero. But then I've lately been only playing as one side or the other because I don't have enough time. So that could be part of the reason why obviously I wouldn't be getting as far, but also it's just a performance issue too. Because it could be that you mathematically fail that. You get to play as all 6 heroes every single episode, but you just lose a game before you get far enough, so. We haven't gotten a legendary in a little bit, but I can't complain. That thing's actually pretty good. Oh shit. That can almost make you think it's a legendary. It's just showing you the strategy deck, but like something after super rare. That was a pretty good pack, I guess. Let me see what some of these are. This is Peanut, 3 mana, 2/4, but team up is okay. I'm not a big fan of the Nutster. I don't have a ton of synergy for it. When you play zombie here, you get +2. I'm not a big fan of that, but it's okay. Flash damage is decent, 3/4. Zombies with 2 attack or less have bullseye. You would think I should love that, but it's really not. You know, whatever. It's a 1 mana, 2/1 okay value anyway, but I always love those 1 mana 2/2s, of which there are quite a few actually. Season 68. Why is it showing me that like it's fucking Valentine's Day though? What does that have to do with anything? Wood, bronze, silver, gold, diamond, taco, ultimate. Yeah, the highest I've really gotten is right around rank 20, and I normally do that right around the end of the month. Last time we had a couple epic clutch games by a couple of the zombies. I can't remember. Like we beat a Rose when we had no business beating a Rose, like a rank 38 when we're only like rank 15 or 13, whatever. And then we had another one where we almost beat a Rose who was like rank 41. And then we also beat somebody else with Super Brain. So the zombies might have the worst collection and they might have been mistreated the whole run. Not getting legendaries, all this kind of other stuff. But they still kind of are earning their plays a bit. We played mainly as the zombies last time. Maybe I should like alternate though. Right? I should go like, well, at least I finally have some new additions that change my decks, which hasn't been the case in a couple episodes, but let's check the shop. Valen Brains bundle. 1 hot date, 1 briar rose, 1 sweet potato, and 15 uncommon card. Like, who is buying this shit now at this stage in the game? Like, I'm not saying the game doesn't still have a following and people aren't still enjoying it, but it's one of two things. Like, if you've been playing the game the whole time and you're a fan of it, you would already have everything you want to have. Or if you're not and you're just playing it like whatever for the fuck of it, then why would you be spending money on it anyway? But you see how hard it is. You can say, oh, it's pay to win, but even somebody who's played at this slow pace, whatever, it's still not pay to win. Like, most card games aren't pay to win, because unless it's giving you something that you can only get with money, which I guess in this case it kind of is, but it's still not, because you can still earn the stuff the same way. I guess Magic the Gathering is technically more pay to win than this because you can't craft stuff, right? At least here, well, says me, but normally you can disenchant stuff and craft stuff, obviously. I guess I never really read these, or maybe they don't change it only about once a month. Howdy Heroes, deck the halls. I bet they reuse these from like last year too. Nobody's actually writing this shit, dude. Deck the halls with bows of holly and brains. We've got a whole lot of holiday cheer and fear coming your way. Kickstart the festivities with a free pack of awe-inspiring heroes and watch. What does that mean? You would actually get, wait, of awe-inspiring heroes, you would actually get a hero from that shit and watch your game blossom with unbelievable, okay dude, discounts on gem packs. Unearth a frightfully fun deck with the rootful Beta-Carrotina pack, Zombulicious Huge-Gigantacus pack, and many more. The harvest sprouts on December 21st. Oh, it's not even there yet. Lasts until January 4th. Better start composting your strategies. But the thing is, could you buy those with gems? Because then that would at least be something worth saving the gems for, right? But I don't think you can. I just think that's dumb. Even if I always say that in Hearthstone and other games, even if it's an exorbitant amount of gems, like 2,000 for a hero or 5,000, something crazy that I wouldn't even have, right? At least give the illusion that you can do that. And I guess here it's more than just for a cosmetic. Not that I even want those other heroes, but in fact, I'm pretty satisfied the fact that we got a hero, period. We got apparently 6 new cards here, but I don't see what they are. What? Doesn't it look like our collect? Oh, they obviously appear in their own thing. I forgot how that worked. Doesn't it seem like I already have like almost half the Guardian cards and I have almost half of everything? Like my collection is so good after only a few months of playing. This is like the perfect casual card game without even crafting. Not that that would affect the number of cards. In fact, it would hurt the number of cards because you'd be disenchanting and getting it at a reduced value, like whatever, 25% or some reduced amount of cost that you're spending versus what you're getting. But then you could be more selective and obviously build it more optimally, the way that I'm sure people do, which I wouldn't even necessarily know how to do that. But this is just one new card. Whoops. I haven't really fucked around with the decks actually in a while. This is garbage. I don't even think I have it in there at all. All plants get +2. Actually, that's not bad, though. Why don't I have that? Because as much as this is like a full aggro, just ship brain kind of thing, where you're just going full face roll. Some of these cards don't even make sense for that, like the AoE and stuff. But let's see. This guy's actually been pretty good. The Poison Ivy, even though generally I don't like it. That would be one little dinky thing I can get rid of that isn't typically good value. Even the environment's been good. So like this guy I got specifically for that reason too. Just go full aggro. Don't even worry. If you're not going to win like that, then you're not going to win anyway, probably. So these do kind of just raw damage value. You can do it to your opponent's face. That'd be hilarious if that was actually the finishing blow. This guy tends to be actually pretty good, so I don't want to get rid of one of those. Maybe I don't need 3 of those, but it is good. This is good. Like, this deck was actually working pretty perfectly, so maybe I won't do it, but I like the idea behind this one. Just all plants get +2, because what that can do is it can definitely, it's like Fairy Roar or whatever the fuck. What is it called? The card from Hearthstone. I can't even remember. Whatever, the Druid card that gives everything +2 attack, that would be like a finisher. I don't fucking play Druids, dude. In WoW or in Hearthstone. Although you would think I would like them more because of my affinity for green. And not green as in plants like here, but with fucking like Magic the Gathering, which is what obviously Druids are modeled after green a lot. Guy can be a bit of a clown, but it's still one of the best value things we have. I feel like I haven't gotten a ton of value out of him. +1/+1 when a plant, like, what's your best case? You're gonna buff a couple things and just, you know, it's not a bad card, but how many buffs do I even really have in this deck? You have whatever, like these technically count as buffs though, right? When they go down, they're 1 buff potential, 2, 3, 4. Imagine if it worked with anti-hero. Every time they gain the buff from anti-hero, like just by simply being in the lane with nothing else in there, then something comes there, then you destroy it, then you get it back. Like each one of those would count as a buff, but it obviously doesn't work like that. Yeah, you don't really care about the high cost stuff anyway. You should pretty much have won the game by then, regardless. Although you could argue the AoE stuff isn't worth it either. Oh, this is a little bit hard to decide, actually. And see, you're using a lot of the effects even in a... not to, like, save yourself, but to just make room, right? So you wouldn't... normally you'd pull it into this guy to try to trade or something, or to pull it in some other optimal way to block it. But here, you're just pulling it away somewhere else, just so you can hit their face even more than you already are. A lot of these effects are not going to be used the way that you might think. Like, why even have this in here just to flood the board more and get team up and just block for my stuff so I can hit their face more? It is a very, very clear vision that we have for it. This is almost how you should play Solar Flare, I guess, to a lot of people. But I either don't have the cards for it, or I never really wanted to do that. Like, I don't like the anti-hero mechanic as much as probably you have to really enjoy this kind of thing. I don't know, I feel kind of bad for getting rid of that guy, but there's nothing I can think of getting rid of. You definitely need 4 of these. And again, I'm the type, with this, I would just hit their face with it. Whenever, early game, turn 2, you have nothing else to play, just hit their face, because if you're not going to win like that, you're not going to win at all. Plants on heights and environments is okay. You do have the legendary card there, you do have this, like, it kind of works out a little bit, see? It's all sort of come together despite me not really having any input on the planning of it, because whatever we got is just what it is. The planning of it, or the planting of it, haha, that's like that stupid pun they just had in there, right? Try composing your collection, composting your strategies, as if people haven't already metagamed this shit to death anyway. I like the fact that it's at least still playable, but it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense because, like, they're trying to milk it, or I guess water it, you could say, you know, for the whole fact that people are still playing the game and they'll buy microtransactions or whatever, but they gave up support for it, so any day now they could just pull the plug and say, oh fuck it, you can't play it anymore, too bad. That's literally what would happen with a game like this. Like, even with Elder Scrolls Legends, although that hasn't been out even as long as this, somehow they'll just do that one day and say, fuck it, it's gone. So they'll suck it dry for whatever they can. I really can't decide. It's got to be something that has, like... because this has been really good. You might think, oh, don't put 3 in there, but that has been helping me a lot. Like, he has been doing pretty good, so maybe I shouldn't do it. You know, I won't, though. Fuck it. It's like a minor change, I guess. That buff guy seems cool, but it's just not meant to be that way. Is that the only new one I got? Three new things for this, okay. This is 3 mana, 2/4. I guess to give us a little bit of firepower. See, sometimes I'm just using something I just got just because I just got it. Just, you know, give me a little variety. It's kind of fun. So if this guy wasn't in there to begin with, I certainly won't put him in now, though. Right, because clearly this is a very well thought out, meticulously crafted deck. This, we already have 2 of those. I doubt I would need any more, and I even had a 3rd and I chose not to use it. So I'm deferring kind of to my own planning and judgment here a little bit. So we put that in there so we can just get rid of one dinky thing. I do like the Wall Knight a lot, but again, I don't really play him in the way that would be probably optimal, which is like super slow pace or super control. You're still going to win kind of in the mid-range capacity, which is why I like this guy so much. So even though it's not considered a legendary, I always consider it a legendary to me just because it's one of my favorite cards in the whole game, and it's such an awesome, you know, the best defense is a good, the best offense is a good defense, literally summed up perfectly. What is the flavor text on that? Dressed up as a mirror ball for a disco-themed party, never looked back. Let's see. Cosmic Nut is okay. This thing is pretty good. What is something like I don't typically get value out of? I feel like most of this is just good. Giving the health is good. You definitely need 4 of all the nuts. That's the whole point of this thing. Damn, I found myself in 2 positions here where I really don't have, like, I don't have anything to get rid of. So I want to add something and I just don't know what to do. Would this even be that good? Maybe it's not. The 3 mana 2/4, which is decently statted. But like, what's the point? It'll be 3 mana 4/4, and you get very good at that. I guess I'll get rid of one of those. I could be making my decks actually worse now. Not that they're so perfect or anything, but it seems like I've been using the same ones forever. But you know, I just keep making these small little iterations and changes. This should probably go in there too. What could I get rid of? I mean, I've already had that card too, and I just... Oh no, I already have it in there too. Okay, you don't need 2 of them. And then Green Shadow, always my MVP, or at least my... You know, the one that should be doing the best, but it doesn't always happen. You get the Watermelon here, which is actually pretty good. So between the Watermelon, the 3-peater, and the Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, you have an insane amount of splash damage here. Coming up with the theme, even though you don't necessarily want it. So the ice I don't really care too much about. We just have one of them is good. So what could we get rid of here? I guess we can get rid of one of these P-pod things, but yeah, I guess so. As much as I like him. There's a 5 mana 3/4 with a splash. And of course I'm the type of dude to put the Dark Matter Dragon Fruit in the fucking water just to make it harder to target. Right, because you know you can't use spells on it, so... Yeah, let's go ahead and do the zombies as well. So I'll make a point to try to play as the plant. No, you know what I'm going to start doing is alternating. So we'll go like with whatever preference I have of who I play first. But if we lose as the plants, I'll play as a zombie. Then if I lose as a zombie, I'll play as the plants. Normally I try to do them all in one set. Like only do plants or do all the plants together, all the zombies together. Let's see what we have here. 6 cards for him, 3 cards for him, 4 cards for him. I keep looking to see like there's a 4th one, but that's obviously for plants. The Chimney Sweep guy is actually decent. 1 mana 3 whatever. But then again, I had a chance. When played on heist, he gets +1/+1. 1 mana 3/2. But I guess if I had chosen not to do that, then maybe I don't want it. Space Cadet thing isn't really that special. It's more of a positive thing just for trick purposes. Like if you have some trick synergies, like really, what good is a 2 mana 2/3? You can just see that this guy's already better. He's a 2 mana 1 mana 3/2. So that's not really why you're doing it. This could be good, but I don't really understand because if a zombie gets +1, I guess we can just do this. Like it will be good, but it's too slow of a play for a deck that is supposed to be so aggressive. Like why would I really... Yeah, I just fundamentally disagree with that. You don't need brains with this deck. You just go full face roll. You can be a complete moron, haha, literally. But no, you don't need to stack it up. Zombies played here are Gravestone. When zombies revealed, it gets +1. That's kind of okay. At least that's cheap. You know, you gotta go full concern with the cost here. 3 of those is kind of important because you do want the amphibious thing here. 2. This guy's a bit of a clown, but some of the stuff is the best value that you're gonna get. I never really liked the firefighter guy, I must admit. Maybe sometimes he helps, but if you have a better option, just get rid of him. So what does this guy even do? I forget. All Gargantuars have Bullseye, which we don't really have. We just have one other one. Even this is a slow card for it. The one that gives you superpowers here. It could be like sort of a ramp thing that's actually pretty good. Like when you play a zombie here, you get +2 this turn. So it wouldn't be very hard to meet that condition. But I guess it's okay. You just get a free +1 bonus attack, and you get the fact that they can't play around your exceptional strategy because they won't even know what they're going up against. I kind of want to put that other thing in there too, but I can't decide. You could always just go with, or wait, are you allowed to go over 40, or do you have to be exactly? No, I think you have to be exactly 40. I've never tried to do it because it's not something you'd really want to do anyway, but you got the stupid anti-hero thing. You got rid of the firefighter, who's always a bit of a clown. The deadly, you kind of want as much as possible. Bonus attacks, amphibious, like there's a reason for most of this. Yeah, the space cadet thing is almost stupid. Like, what's the point? 3-1, 2-2, 3-1. I don't see what it's really doing for me. If we get rid of that, then we can put the little brain thing down. What does this one do? Yeah, +1 for the rest of the game. Like, that isn't bad, but let's just do that, because at least it plays into the fact that we're summoning so many things so easily and so cheaply. So we'll get a rebate, like we'll play a 1 cost thing and we'll get 1 mana back free. What else is there? We took out this, which again, I don't see what the special value of it is. 2-3 for 2. 2-3-1, 2-2-2 with a strike through, 2-3-1. 2-3-1. It's not like we're comparing the raw value. It's just we have so many 2-cost things, we don't really need it. Technically, it is better value than most of these, but who cares? Like, it's not a very impressive statting. Don't have to do infinity. It just doesn't say new because we just looked at it. Oh, now I won't know though what's new. This isn't new, but I forget what it is. Backyard bounce. Bounce a plant for 3. You almost feel like you should have that just because of how oh no, it was just this guy. I mean, with 2 or less have bullseye. I mean, his statting is good enough where I can't argue with that. I feel like I rarely ever get value out of this guy, so I won't hesitate to do that. He seems so well statted, a 1 mana 1/3, but he's too slow, and you have to have like a very committed deck with those gravestone effects to do it. The bounce is probably a pretty good idea, especially combined with that. We haven't gotten a chance to play the Frankenstein guy too much, and he's not like overwhelming value, but you'd almost be better off using that than the cake, right? Just bounce it, but I don't know. It's kind of a hard decision. Deal 4 versus just bounce it. The problem is you'll give them like certain effects that they get to play twice over. Kind of less expensive. You know what? We'll give it a shot. It's less expensive. It gets them out of the way. So I don't know. It seems like a bad idea though, because they'll just get to replay it with some special effect. These are okay, but I don't even have them in there. Okay, and that's really all there is. When revealed, destroy one of their nuts or berries, which is a very specific effect. And we already have that. So I guess there's nothing really to worry about there. We have 3 of those, and I'm not even using them. Yeah, we didn't make a ton of changes, but that's fine. So we'll give it a 1-shot each here with each side. Yeah, not only is it a free-to-play no crafting run, but it's also a no ad watching run. For whatever that's worth. Like, I wouldn't want to do that shit anyway, but I'm just saying the number of times they've told me to do that. I've always loved the concept of that too. Like, you really think if somebody's gonna watch an ad in this context that it's gonna be effective? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this product that I saw when I was playing fucking PvZ Heroes because it was advertised to me and I was trying to farm gems. Like, what kind of a person do you think I am that I'd be sitting here watching gems to play a fucking card game, but yet I'm gonna buy your product? Like, it's not the right demographic that you're really going for. Let's give Captain Combustible the precedent here. So he gets to determine whether we play as the plants or not, kind of. Just at least we have to alternate. So he's been doing okay. We've had some pretty unfair and stupid matchups, to be fair, so all you want is like some low cost thing, which most of the stuff in here is low cost. Again, you could either use this shit as removal or you could use it as just hitting face, which I'm not even opposed to really doing. If you have nothing else to play, like, let's decide. If it's going to be the difference of trading in here, then obviously I'll remove whatever he puts there. But if he's not going to do anything, okay, I mean, I'd rather do that, obviously. You rarely see games won in like some sort of combo sense like that, where, you know, oh, they'll play like 3 tricks together and just OTK you. Obviously at higher ranks you'll probably see that, but then again, we've played plenty of higher rank opponents, whether they be friends or whether they be just unfair matchups on the ladder, so it's kind of hard to say. You would get the synergy from this, but you can't do it yet. You can just ignore this guy. Okay. He has a bit of unique anti-hero on because of his health value, so it does make it a little bit easier to get him to stick around, but fine. Now, isn't that like an oxymoronic interaction? Because by, let's say, you know, he's gaining +1 because he played a trick, so now he'd be 3 attacks, so now that trick would no longer work. Zombies here have hunt. When a zombie enters or leaves this lane, he gets +1/+1. This is where it's good just to replace that. But I should just do this. Let's see what this... Or no, I can't actually do that. Or no, I can't do that either. Okay, the conjuration is at least worth it. Lily pad, amphibious fusion. When the plant played on this gets amphibious, conjure a leafy card. This at least you could do because it would trade in, even though I like the idea of just going full aggro to the face that way too. Maybe I didn't play everything there exactly in the right order, but it should be okay. It's always hard to judge this when the season first starts because, oh, he's only rank 1, but he could be on his way to rank 50 in the next couple days because he's just a tryhard who plays this all day and has the best collection ever. Like, you know, you can't really judge what they are. I could double do this, or I could just move it. Enters or leaves. Maybe that's worth it. See, I'm worrying too much about the board though, and I shouldn't. Play it on this gets amphibious, conjure a leafy card. Okay, fine with me. I guess it would have to get amphibious now. He's just not really doing anything most of the time. That does a bonus attack, sure. Pop his stupid block, to which he'll probably just destroy this and prevent me from doing the bonus attack anyway. Okay, this should at least be an easy win. But yeah, it's always the first episode or two that ends up being the hardest because you just get kind of hard stuck at a rank that you feel like is beneath you, even as shitty as my collection might be. Just because this environment did have potential to be good, but now move it somewhere else, like there, and just don't even worry about it. That should be good enough, I hope. That's +2/+2. What are you gonna do? Bonus attack? That would have actually killed me. Yeah, see, that's how a rank 1 matchup should be, I guess. Even though I do have a couple legendaries in there. It's not like my deck is so broken or something. Okay. Wouldn't it be cool if we had an episode where we lasted the entire time with just one hero? Either it could be because the episode's so fucking short, like a half an hour, that I barely do anything, or, you know, it's like the same thing I'm saying in Paladins, like, I want one character to last the whole episode in that permanent gauntlet run, but it just doesn't because, alright, you just have 1, 2, 3, 4, good curve. Yeah, everything here is just super aggressive. Like, this is kind of a transformative card because it's just so efficient to do that. Right, that's why people were saying, oh, get Chomzilla, but Chomzilla has a heal. So it's like, why would I want to heal in a situation like that? We already have fucking Wall Knight to do that. Play defensive stuff if you want, but it's just not meant for this level of play. So quite frankly, you should never get Wall Knight as a new player because he's gonna require too much support. Or like Rose. Rose and Wall Knight are the two nightmares for beginner players because you're not gonna have the collection to support it. It doesn't mean they're bad heroes, but +1 when another professional gets hurt, I should probably just ignore that. At least these give you the illusion of being a fair matchup, but the only reason why it is because of the simple fact, oh fuck. Because of the simple fact that you're able to not, I swear, he should get like another attack when that happens. That should be the effect. He gets like, maybe not +4, but like +2, but he gets a bonus attack. Now he can do a bonus attack to kill that. Then I won't be able to do anything else. It's probably still worth it, actually. Or I could just let that trade happen, but it's kind of risky if it doesn't. Kind of hard to say. I'm more a big fan of, oh shit. But he should have done that probably to the other thing. That won't even kill it. I would have done that to the newspaper guy probably. I mean, it might be worth it to do this here, assuming he's gonna protect it or something. I still can't believe zombies don't have team up. If anybody should have team up, it's them, because they're the ones who come in hordes of shit. Like, you do bonus attack there. This will trade in kind of anyway. And kind of letting this guy run rampant a little bit too much. For now, we're playing too much on the board anyway. I like his effect, but I mean, it's too slow paced for a game like this, especially. You thought Mistcaller was too slow paced for Hearthstone X number of years ago. Wait until you see this shit. Deal 3, that's actually perfect. Which again, I'd rather do that to hit face than to worry about the 6-3, which could be a big mistake. But all I'd have to do is play like a 3-3 there and do a bonus attack. Like, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I need like a team up, something team up like this that summons two things at once that also fucking has untrickable. Those are like my two favorite mechanics combined together there. That I wouldn't really have been able to do anything about anyway. Or couldn't that have been lethal if no. If I had moved that guy, I would have hit him for 5, but then I wouldn't have hit him for that. For the 4. Wouldn't be very hard for him to kill me now. If it was only one turn after, I could fucking do this. Or no, 2 turns. We could do a bonus attack, but I don't really understand how that's gonna help me. You'll trade in there, and then everything else won't trade in because it's going to be too much armor. As much as I like the armor mechanic, it generally doesn't seem to be that good in effect. It's just kind of fun. Like even the Knights of the Living Dead are awesome, but they're not really good value. It's meant to be just gotten more from the king or whatever. Playing them as a static drop is very stupid. Could I do it with this maybe, dude? That's going to be my only win condition potential. He's doing a good job recovering from what seemed like a sure loss. Why would you worry about that, though, if you... I mean, sure, he's gonna win because of it, but he doesn't know that I wouldn't have had a way to potentially kill him. Or I should have let him hit me somewhere else and I would have gotten saved by the block meter, maybe? I don't know. There we kind of burn out a little bit. How very fitting for Captain Combustible. Fuck's sake. And you even get saved by the block meter there when you had no business doing that. Like, what the fuck? And that could be like a hard mode playthrough condition. Like, you have to use the hero cards, like what I was doing at the beginning, because somehow I wasn't reading or paying attention to it. Like, oh, you have to use the hero card whenever you get it. You're not able to actually save them, which for the most part, you know, people end up doing that a lot of the time anyway. But okay, we'll switch over to the zombies. Yeah, everybody would say, oh, use a deck tracker, but it's whether it be for a game like this because, oh, it's such a casual card game, or whether it be because of let's say you should do the smash, even though he wasn't one that clutched it last time. It was Infinity and obviously Super Brains, who both had super clutch wins. Even one of them was a loss, but it was still clutch. You get the moral victory. But yeah, like I don't know, I just philosophically disagree with deck trackers in games. You should be, you are the deck tracker as the player. That's part of what it means to, you know, to play a card game. Or even if I did show it, I wouldn't look at it myself. I would show it just for the viewer's benefit, I guess is maybe the point. And even OBS encourages you to do stuff like that. Not for this game, but like for Hearthstone and stuff, it'll say add-ons that you should use for this game. I could take an AFK win. Like, you're getting from rank 1 to rank 5 on the first episode of a season is harder than getting from like 15 to 20 or 10 to 20 on the last episode, because they're just such, oh, it's me. What the fuck am I doing? You can rage quit out. Some kid playing on his phone in the middle of the night. Like, who would play this game, period, is the question. But also, who would play it at this time of fucking night? Assuming that everybody's playing Eastern Standard Time, which is obviously not the case, but... Or that's even the next layer. Who would play this game, period, but also who would play it now, but also who would stream it now? And the answer is apparently nobody, because I'm the only one doing so. Unless somebody's streaming it on Kick or something. Now, that's the next level. Who would stream PvZ in Eastern Standard Time at 5 o'clock in the morning on fucking Kick of all platforms? Holy shit, dude. They certainly got a lot of publicity from the whole XQC thing, but doesn't mean anything really. I'm not sure if this effect stacks. I guess it would stack, but it wouldn't matter because you can't go below 1, which it doesn't say actually on there. It costs 1 less, but not less than 1. His position and his deck don't really seem that good, but it's hard to judge, I guess, at this point. You don't necessarily want this to trade in, so let's just do that. That's why these dinky amounts of damage might not seem like a big deal. Like, oh, you don't want to just keep doing 1. That's a waste, and oh, it's helping the farm up their block meter, but it's actually good because it's like an opposite interpretation thing where, oh, you want them to farm up the block meter so you get through it faster, because you can't really play around it unless everything's gonna be bullseye, which that's too much of a hassle to really do. I don't know why I keep forgetting this game that I can end my turn. You just auto do that when you have nothing else to do. Just ready to go fully automated. Like, why even bother playing, dude? Have a deck tracker, have auto attacks that you can't prevent or choose anything to do. This game actually does a pretty good job with the whole lane system, though. Normally, I don't like that mechanic, and I still am not the biggest fan of it, like where you don't get to choose anything that happens on the board, and it's just on rails, but it's still better than Marvel Snap in that regard, or some other games, Auto Battler. Right, that's basically what this sort of still is, but somehow I find it more fun than most of those. Like, the Hearthstone Auto Battler thing is shit. I'm just trying to really troll this guy. I hear you like to play slow pace, like fucking... That's why you're playing Wall Knight, so let's really give you a mid-range control type of experience where you're sitting there for 6 minutes every move thinking about what to do. So this will cuck whatever turn he's about to make. Garbage card compared to the... what is it? The Brainana. for plants. Okay, that's still a waste of your turn. Waste of a card and waste of your turn. Yeah, you're gonna literally beat me down with sunflowers. God tier combo there. Some of these I should almost just ignore, but try one of their nuts or berries. +1/+1 when the plant enters this lane. This would at least survive, I guess. There's no reason to hold anything back because there's no optimal time to play it other than right now. Just like you go for it and that's it. If you can't get the kill in the next couple turns, you're not going to win. Although his deck doesn't seem all that impressive anyway. It's just a random assemblage of cards almost as arbitrary as mine. I love when that kills two things in one row, like they're both 1 health minions. There's not enough room on this lawn for both of us to have team up, I guess is the principle as to why the zombies don't. But it's almost like whoever does it first should get precedent. Like, you play it, so both, let's say plants and zombies both have team ups, but I play 2 things first, then they can't do it until they kill something, or they could replace it like how you do with an environment. So like I could play the team up over their team up and kill it by doing it. There could be all kind of interesting mechanics to go along with that. Okay, we're both pretty much in top deck mode, but it probably will benefit him more because my cards are all low cost trash. He's literally gonna whack me down 100 to 0 with. I remember when I was still using that card when I first started playing this game, just out of sheer necessity. Yeah, what if they have a nut or a berry in their hand though? Would it let me destroy that then? Obviously not, but it almost should. Hey Stars, how's it going? Okay, so these last two have been a little bit disappointing where I'm winning by seemingly a significant margin and then I just can't close the deal. So the smash is the anti-clutch here. Any movement of them is actually probably going to hurt me. Maybe I need the card draw, like this is just over. Look how long the animation actually is. What a clown deck to lose to though, basically. We do have some good late game cards too that could potentially turn the tide. Like this side of the board doesn't bother me too much, but I have to deal with the other two. And I'm having a lot of trouble actually doing that. Could do that, could destroy that. Like it's not completely over yet. I'm not gonna resign. Can't hear and I can't really talk in chat, so I guess I can't do anything. Maybe after this I will log in. I kind of have to tab out to do it because I don't have another thing. For fuck's sake, dude. Yeah, and it's at his request that we're playing fucking Fortnite of all things after this. But no, I kind of wanted to play that Avatar game, so either if I have even more time after that, which I probably won't, I'll do that, or I could do, you don't see this very often. When this does damage, shuffle 2 Magic Beanstalks into your deck. It's not even an event card, is it? Let's just not be considered that good. It's kind of maybe a little bit slow paced to be all too effective. Yeah, I normally don't like to play games right when they come out like that, but it would be a good opportunity to, a good excuse to do that. Or again, if it's like a sequel or something, so like, oh, it's not going to spoil anything about Avatar because I've already seen the 2 movies. Or whatever, like if it was a game series, I would have had to play all the other games, which normally I haven't. I don't know why this game I'm being such a dick with that. Like I'm forgetting that it's my turn somehow. I guess my mic is kind of blocking my view of that specifically. Or less, but I'm still dead anyway. That's like the biggest normie thing ever to say. Like, oh, this dude's watching Game of Thrones, and then after that, he can't wait to play Fortnite. Like, come on, dude. I've never seen Game of Thrones even, but just it became so, I don't know, just so universal. It's supposedly like really edgy and stuff too. So that, oh no, I'm not. Oh no. Fine, whatever. We'll do it out of order. I was meant to play as the plants because I was trying to alternate back and forth. But I wouldn't dare to resign this out just for the fuck of it. This can be a game-winning card. Just when you flood the board and then you just completely wipe their shit out. Right, and there's nothing they can do about it. But a truly good player, a good deck, wouldn't actually allow that to happen in the first place. Like, I've almost never seen a full TV show ever in my life. Like, I've seen maybe the full original Twilight Zone. Yeah, when it was currently running too, because I'm totally that old. But then also, I'm trying to think, like, I saw a lot of Alfred Hitchcock Presents, but I don't think I saw the whole thing. And then Seinfeld, I've probably seen every episode, but that might be about it. I don't really know that I've seen too many things like that. I think the problem is some of them are so long, so it's like you want to get invested. I almost saw like the whole Mentalist, but then the ending was so shitty, right, with how they deal with Red John, that then I fucking just gave up watching it. But for all intents and purposes, I saw basically the whole thing. It's 7 seasons, I saw like 6. I guess that counts. Okay, we're doing decently here, but then something always goes wrong a little ways in. So this game was totally superfluous because I wasn't trying to do this. Just with the zombies, but whatever, we'll give them a second chance. So the smash didn't clutch it last time because I didn't even play as him, I don't think. Or maybe I did. But then, you know, he didn't clutch it this time either. So we're giving the zombies a little bit of special treatment, I guess. Dude, literally ice blocking on turn 5 or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, my whole chat's bugging out and stuff. This is such an annoying way to watch the thing because I can't actually see anything properly. It's kind of like I need like another computer or something. Oh shit, I should have summoned something else. Getting overconfident, but yeah, whatever you think you're gonna summon now, I could just flip it back like next turn. It is an expensive play. I mean, you compare it to like Zombot or somebody, and he's just gonna clear the board and summon a 9/9. He doesn't flip it back, he destroys it, and he also, I guess that's not really needed right now. Okay, I will do that. Or let's just go all in. So now we still can't do the flip though. We have to wait and commit a whole turn just to that. Yeah, I get the vibe now that he's actually gonna win though, because he's just gonna keep healing and stalling out. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Or he's doing that a little bit too much though. He's just leaving the board empty and expecting that to be good enough. Okay, so we've done Captain Combustible and the Smash so far. I wouldn't mind going through all of them if I have time today, but a lot of these episodes I haven't, so I just commit to one side or the other. But that's actually a bad thing too. I shouldn't be able to get through all of them, even if it is a long episode, because it just means I should go on a good streak with all of them, so that it wouldn't get to that point. Okay, flip that clown back up. And then get rid of this guy. You still won't really trade in, but it's okay. We're still in a good dominant board position, but I can't really do anything as far as finishing him off. At least the stupid block meter is gone. I hear you like ice block, so we give you 3 free ice blocks so you can ice block while you ice block, and then ice block after you ice block with that stupid thing that he just used. Whatever the hero card is to do that. That might seem almost like a waste, but I mean, it is putting everything over the top. There's no way that you should win now, at least if it drags out this long. That's one way that you sort of counter the control aspect, is just once their block meter is gone, they do feel kind of naked. His whole belt and armor should come off too when that happens, right? Like how they have all these animations, like when they're low on health, they look nervous and stuff and their teeth are chattering. It should be one of the mechanics that when their block meter is gone, something happens. Like they get disrobed and they're naked or something. Within the PG sense that this game obviously is, but it's a fucking plan. It's not like it matters, but the worst case, he would trade everything in, which he can't even do that much. But he does have a very impressive amount of healing here for sure. Okay, now I'm more than satisfied with just doing the flip. So whatever he's gonna summon is not going to save him, so he's just dead. There really is like literally nothing he can do about this play either. That's the thing. What? No, end of turn though. It's not gonna happen. What a perfect way to actually counter it. Even the heals aren't gonna save you. Fun and interactive play coming up because there's nothing that you can actually do in the game. It's arguably not even that great of a card, but it's just so fit for purpose that, like, in a situation like that, there's nothing that they can actually do. So Infinity actually kind of cheated to the front of the line here a bit. Hang on. Okay, so who else do we have here? We have Super Brains. Kind of hard to judge these matchups though. This is true like in any card game, arguably on the ladder, because it's like, oh, you could be doing so well, but you don't know whether these are really legitimately rank 1 players or whether these are, you know, people who are just there because it's the beginning of the month. Like even me, clearly I'm capable of being at least ranked 20. Not that I necessarily have been getting there that consistently lately, but at least if you know, at least if you're doing it here, you can't really tell who you just lost to. A rank 50 god who's just starting, or some clown who's going to be hard stuck here the whole time. Or somebody who's at least like middle of the road who's going to struggle to get to rank 20. Yeah, that probably is worth it. Or you could take a gamble and... well, I guess you can do both anyway, but you could take a gamble and see if that would have gotten hit by one of these. This is actually pretty incredible value. 2 2-1s for only 1. Farming rank 1s all day. I'm so good at this game. Part that I really like, but it's often not very good. Right, you should really have team up or something that you need to protect it on top of everything. Then it would be good. Like, how was I supposed to stop it there? Because everything I had already done everything. That would be good. You can just kill that, prevent that from trading. He has a pretty low opinion of himself, though. Like Mimron making the fucking gnomes after him. Like, all the things you could have done to model something in your image, you'd rather have a dinky 2-1? That's like quantity over quality. Yeah, that's fine. The sun doesn't bother me too much. The sun never bothered me anyway, a zombie catchphrase. That's the real weakness, like they're just walking around in the daytime like it's nothing and the sun doesn't burn their skin or something. That would be the real way to beat them. Or maybe I'm confusing it with vampires a little bit too much, but I feel like sometimes that's associated with zombies too. I want to play the chicken, but there's no perfect curve play with which you could do that. So maybe I should do this and this. When played, if you made at least 6 on this turn, fine. Start of turn, you get +2. There's no reason why we should lose, but maybe we're getting a bit of karma back where they clutch against me as hard as I clutched last time. The problem with this is you're just going to end up blocking your own space here a bit. Which is never a problem I thought the zombies would have. I'm getting cucked no matter which version of PvZ I play. I get cucked by the graves in PvZ, hard mode, and then I get cucked by the zombies' inability to work together in this. This, if every lane is full, you can actually just finish his face off with a fireball, but then you'll get the block meter and still... See, that's just a bad RNG roll that he didn't get the block meter. That might be one of the first times I've ever done that for 6 damage period, and certainly the first time I've won a game because of it. I guess we could set rank 5 as the goal here, but I'd like to get that 300 damage thing in too. That would be good. So we'd have over 500. Nothing really to do with them, but that's like my reserve currency for an event card, or I should just call it now because I already got over the hum and got 1 just for the sake of it. That should be considered my Bad Moon Rising, basically pocket change. Not a fucking event card reserve, but literally just Bad Moon Rising. And I'll get it up to 2,000 just so I can get 4 of them when it finally comes out. So this dude is with 2 or less have bullseye, but it's actually not worth it to do that because just go phase. It wouldn't have been a very curved play. And I should almost just kill that with the trick so that he can't fuse it. Let's play something for 2. Or you know what? Maybe I will do that and then just guarantee that we're gonna kill it. It's a good card, but it's just not maybe as good as you might think. Oh, he still got the value out of it. We can still kill it. No, not right now. Fuck. I guess I shouldn't have put it there just on the off chance that he would have done that, but he did commit a lot to just that 1 card. Can't believe I'm going to be playing Fortnite in 2023 over here. I don't even have anything against the game. It's just like random, or it's something I would do a little bit, almost like I do chess, or almost like I do a series like this, just, you know, a little bit here and there in the background as a bonus series, but I would never do it as like a main thing. The amount that people obsess over or play a game like that all day, every day is kind of insane. Okay, we're in a reasonable spot. Or you know what, just for the sake of curve, we maybe should do this. I like his expressions when he starts to get low. He's just looking angry, like he doesn't look scared. He just looks pissed. Like he's almost blaming himself or looking who to blame for this failure, but then he has nowhere to look but within himself. Which really burns him up inside. Blaze the best favorite card game character. Fuck, am I gonna get repeat combo the repeat moss over here? Fucking a disgusting act by repeat moss. You know, I could potentially kill him with this, but I don't know. He would just have to like not summon anything and just fuck. I could flip that back, basically regardless of what he does. Flip that back, hit him there, hit him there, hit him there. You won't get the block meter to save him then. Okay, or I could take a chance and try to get rid of both of these. If he really is down to 0, so then you could kill him with... No, then I still wouldn't be able to kill him though. Fuck, no matter what the math is, I won't be able to kill him. So stupid. Or maybe I should have done that one so that I wouldn't have actually survived. Now I'm gonna lose, obviously. Probably some disgusting act by repeat moss. Fuck. Okay, good for you. He's still not gonna kill me, but... We get the block meter. Fuck. Okay, not quite as clutch today, but that's fine. So let's see, who do we have left? We have Super Brains left here. You know, we may as well give the zombies a chance then, since we sort of segued and accidentally did that. And then we have all the plants besides Captain Combustible still to play. Rank 8, now we're really the underdog. Holy shit. But then you never see these matchups later on, either because nobody is actually this low, or it kind of eases you a bit, or just kind of whatever. It has to go with whoever's there just because the player base is so small, which you can't really complain about. Even though that's kind of confusing because the queue times in this game are still faster than in some other games, like in Hearthstone and stuff. But I don't see how that could be. It's not like there's more people playing this at any given time than Hearthstone. That's impossible. They're bots, or it's not like region restricted, so it's just like everybody in the world, or something like that. In some ways, I almost don't understand why these games do region restrict themselves, because it's like, why does it matter? It's still the same game. So whether you're playing, you know, people have all these stereotypes like, oh, NA players suck compared to EU players and this and that. Maybe sometimes that's true, but the point is, it's still the same game, so it should just be a free-for-all thing. Double this playing strength and health. I could get out of hand really quick, but I guess I could use this as 5 or more if we really need to do that, but it'll take too long to even get there. Oh, you know, I could have done maybe like a combo there. I could have done that into maybe something else. Right, like if I played that, then I played him on that, then I could have still played that. Clearly, I'm using that as a placeholder for the names of cards because I don't know them or don't care about them. Rain Vendor. It's a risky gambit that I'm playing here to allow this to get so out of control. That's actually a bit of a confusing interaction too, just the fact that or that actually helped me out that he overdid it. It's confusing because it's saying like, you know, this is a trick phase, but this isn't a trick, it's an environment. So like, obviously that's meant to be for the same phase, but I never thought about it like that. It's technically not a trick, so I should be able to play it whenever I want. Okay, we're in a decent spot here, board-wise, but this can sometimes happen and you still get fucked. Oh shit, yeah, good, save me time. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're going to try to at least get to rank 5. And I do want to complete that fucking daily quest. This might be one of those rare episodes where we play as every single hero. Which, yeah, that's kind of a good problem to have, but it's sort of the reverse logic of finally getting one. Like, oh, I want a hero so bad, so I get an extra life in each of these episodes. But also, when I get them, then I don't have enough time to play as all of them. Obviously, imagine if I had every single one in the game, then how long would that take before you finally get there? Okay. Yeah, give me a little bit. Rank 6, at least the competition is getting a little more steep here. The classic joke, why isn't this guy amphibious? Get warmed up. Yeah, I'm trying to think when the last time I actually played Fortnite was. I can't remember. I think I probably played it on my PS5 a little bit. That would have at least been a couple years, but maybe like right when the PS5 came out, I just played it because like, whatever, just to try out the PS5 itself. And I didn't know what else to play on there, so I tried that. I tried like No Man's Sky, I think. Just a bunch of random things. You'll be able to draw from that at least. PS5 is best. No, actually PC is best, but if you have no choice but to use a filthy, stinky console, then I guess it's best out of those. Now that there's not much competition. It's ironic that I even say that because do we use that just to farm the block meter? Yeah, it's the fact that I'm on laptop, but still, that's the thing. It's still better than a console. I can talk though, because my laptop is literally more powerful than a fucking console. That's the sad part about it. And it's not even that good, but that's how stupid it is. Oh shit, we haven't seen these pinecone things in a while. They haunt my nightmares. Not that they're even that crazy, but I feel like this environment is not exactly that impressive here. It's okay, but you'd rather... now he's getting the big guns out. Okay, that makes my life a little bit easier. These people keep overcommitting and overdoing it a little bit. I don't even need the brains. I just need a bunch of shit I can flood the board with because he's almost dead. Come on, you don't even have a heal or anything in your repertoire. Did you try the Avatar game yet? What's funny is I went to almost look for that on Steam and then I couldn't find it. So guess what it's on? It's on the Epic's Game Store. So I guess I could play it on there while I'm playing Fortnite. How fitting. But I guess it's on Ubisoft, which is weird because Ubisoft made the original that a lot of people didn't like in the first place. If he can deal with this, I'm just dead, which he probably can. Right, well, he just has to deal with the 6 and the 3. And then... Yeah, it is pretty good. I mean, just the statting isn't bad. 6, 7. Yeah, Frontiers of Pandora or whatever it's called. They copied Horizon Zero Dawn because they both have that same kind of low-tech vibe to them. Futuristic low-tech. Obviously, Avatar came out before that, but still. Just from a gameplay standpoint, they might have obviously taken actually some inspiration that way. And I've never played either of those. I'm surprised they even made a sequel to that. $109? What would that be in the conversion rate then? Yeah, it is a little bit more than a normal game. It's like 69 for me instead of like 59. I wonder why they're actually doing that. Like GTA 6 set the precedent that everything's just going to be more expensive for no reason. Or I mean DC wins over here, but then it's not going to give me the daily quest satisfaction that I want. So let's see how far we can take this. This feels like a good excuse to play a game on release, which I often don't do. I guess that's not too much more, yeah, like $4 more. Yeah, I wonder why it is so expensive though. Okay, we go face roll and all this. Yeah, this guy has always been in one of my decks just because his statting is deceptively good, but he's not actually that good when you think about it. I feel like I have barely any space on my computer now though, because I have Arc, which is like 120 gigs, and then I have that Fortnite that I just downloaded for like 50 or 60 or whatever. I literally have like 100 gigs or less out of like a terabyte just because I have probably so much other random shit on there too. Which is kind of weird. It shouldn't really affect performance too much, but I wouldn't really even know. By extended storage. Yeah, I have like hard drives, but I don't really like to use them for... I use them for like storing my VODs and stuff that I save and all that. But I don't really like to use them for active storage of like games and stuff that I'm playing. Got that on PS5, yeah. Or wait, are you actually going to be playing on PS5 or does it have crossplay? Because then how would we even play? It should have crossplay considering it's such a... It should even have mobile crossplay because it's such a kid-friendly game. Yeah. But then that's kind of unfair because you got to give me auto aim to make up for the fact that console has it, or I wonder how that would work actually. They'll somehow hold that against you, or you'll just have an unfair advantage because I can aim with a mouse. Not that my aim with the mouse is very good, but just in principle. Aim assist. I always think that's the dumbest thing when a game forces you to do that, like Destiny or Anthem kind of had like a non-consensual aim assist. Moonwalker, but he's not even going backwards, haha. They missed a real opportunity with that. The real Moonwalker is the Michael Jackson zombie, dude. Okay, that should be perfectly adequate to finish this clown off. And more than just trying to win, we're trying to actually do as much damage to their face as possible too. So we at least hit that checkpoint. Now it's just a matter of getting to the 300 damage thing. The zombies still did pretty good, all things considered, but it just wasn't as clutch as I thought it would be. Look at this guy, tryharding, already ranked 13. I don't know what day exactly the season started, but mostly everybody is not that high. This must be a god gamer over here. You must be a chess fan because the word gamut can never be used in any other capacity. If you could only play one game for the rest of your life from now on, and you have to give up the other one, would it be chess or would it be Fortnite? Would it be the one you would play or the one you would give up? What's funny is you could play chess in Fortnite, but you can't play Fortnite in chess. You could just make like a mod or a map that literally lets you play it in there. I should just ignore it now. Unless he gets another buff from the quick P, in which case I should have played it safe and gone there. See, the whole beauty is we can flood the board. Wow, this guy's using the synergy better than what we've ever seen before in my life, though. Like, it makes it seem kind of overpowered right at the Valkyrie Siegfried moment in the early game, but you normally don't see people get this benefit this soon. If we can withstand this onslaught, we can actually win, but this is everybody's imagined vision of why you should have chosen Chomzilla over whatever. Not that I'm even using the guy now. Captain Combustible, but still.
Hello. Hello.
Fuck, and everybody's just out of range of being able to use that on too. Yeah, we're in a bit of a tricky spot. We could use the double attack to some good effect here, though, I bet. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave that, and then you can do a bonus attack. You can kill it with that. That would be at least decent value. Unless you buff it again, though, I don't know. Fuck. Maybe I'll just do that one instead. That's the perfect way to use like that bean thing. Just the fact that you're able to, you know, have a higher priority target out there, but then you have to burn all your shit on that, and then you can't help but buff it up. It's like the he was born ready for Fortnite. I think I missed that whole classic phase though, right? I kind of wanted to play during that. If ever there was a time that I wanted to play Fortnite. Because I don't think I played it ever that far back. Or like before it was even a battle royale, right? It was just like some kind of a... You know what? I'll actually take the piss and keep both Dark Matter Dragon Fruits because... Fuck it, it's not gonna hurt me. That might guarantee my victory because clearly if we get to that point, there's no way they're gonna be able to deal with both of them. Started season 7. I don't know what season was when, so I couldn't even say when I started. Not that I even started or finished or continued. I just kind of played a whatever, very small amount. I probably played PUBG more than Fortnite. Not that I played that too much more either, but I like the setting of it more, but it's not as polished, which is a surprising thing to say. Yeah, that's a genre that just blew up like crazy. Oh, it's like the superhero movie genre. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means like it gets overdone for a little bit. So then it creates a reverse feedback loop. Like, you know, okay, it's cool at first. People like it. Then it gets overdone. Then people hate it. Martin Scorsese saying all these things wild, like, oh, you know, it's bad for movies and this and that, but like it's fine. It just doesn't mean that you have to do it every other fucking movie and combine all these universes and do all this stuff all the time. Got a shitload of removal of this guy, but at least he's burning through his hand a bit. Use that as removal myself. I shouldn't fear that guy too much. We just have to get to the late game, which I never thought I'd say with the stack, really, but this guy is still alive. Ever seen somebody half asleep play Fortnite? Because that might be what's about to happen. Maybe I'll save that for next week then. I thought if I had time I would do both that and Avatar, but I'm too tired already. I'll barely have the energy to do one. This might be good because it'll kill the thing. Make sure this will kill both, but... Or no, you know what, that's fine. Or it's not necessary, though. That was stupid, too, then. I should have put it here. No, I didn't buy it yet, but I probably will. Fuck. Alright, still not that big of a deal, because all we have to do is last this out. You can bounce this con back to his hand. Let's see if he has anything actually threatening to bring out. I haven't bought anything really in a while, so I don't mind. Kind of running out of ideas for what to play too, which is why I would entertain such an idea as Fortnite. Oh, you get to see the full power of the plant side here with Dark Matter Dragon Fruit. Double Dark Matter Dragon Fruit. It would make it seem like a pay-to-win collection, or at least a crafted collection, but it's neither, actually. You can drag this game out as long as you want, dude. This card's not really all that good, though. He relies too much on the buffs of other things. This guy has stuck around like the whole game, though, which is very impressive. So despite being shrunk down, he's still so powerful, right? He recovered from that just fine. It's almost like he liked being shrunk down. That's his fetish, giantess ASMR video fetish. Fuck. I like how ASMR does represent that, though, because people don't understand the simple reasoning behind it. It's just like an intimacy thing that people can find to be... Like, you can do that with anything, but that doesn't mean it generalizes what it is. You wouldn't watch. Holy shit, dude. Like, people take everything and turn it into something weird. Like, oh yeah, just chatting is a category now in before pool streams and all these kind of other odd things that people do. I'd love to see how you can deal with this, dude. I will literally give you my account. I'll give you my Twitch channel. I'll give you my fucking credit card number if you can beat me in this game right now, dude. I'll buy you the Avatar DVD box set. Blu-ray edition. That's maybe the first time we've had both of them out there together like that. I can show you a cool trick with your credit card. It's magic? What is that? Fuck. We made a decent amount of progress rank-wise today. which is maybe unusual for this series. Maybe I'll try to push for new ground this month, like get to rank 25, but I doubt I'll be able to do that. This is totally like the King of the Sandcastle effect though too, like we're picking on little kids playing on their little mobile phones, but in a casual card game that's not meant for such astute minds. But that's still like an equalizing factor because it's like, you know, you can play it perfectly, but it still comes down to your collection and other factors. So you tell me all the funny numbers and the name on the back, all of the money will disappear. The name's not on the back here, it's on the front. Maybe that's how it is on Australia. Everything upside down, topsy-turvy. Yeah, and the coolest part of the trick is how you get arrested for fraud after and realize it was all a setup. I don't know what American cards look like. That's weird. I would think they're the same though. Okay, pretty good value play by him there. I mean, I don't think that Captain Combustible will outshine Green Shadow anytime soon, but it's still okay. Again, the only reason why I would have considered getting somebody as foul as Rose or somebody like that, or even as underplayed and underrated, arguably as Nightcap, not even saying he's that bad, but just nobody seems to use him, is because you'd be able to play the Dark Matter Dragon Fruits on them too. Not that that should be the sole criteria for why you play something, but your names are on the back. Interesting. Maybe that makes sense in case you want to hide your name, but I never really even use mine. It's just for like online shit like that. Since everything is like a digital storefront now. I could literally remember probably like my last 10 transactions with it. Like I bought my Blue Yeti pop filter that I'm using right now and using pretty much for the first time in terms of whatever, like just all those years that I never used one because I didn't think I needed it. And then what else did I buy before that? Like I probably got one for my other mic. Just like my Amazon history of whatever I got. I can't remember. I probably got like my capture card. No, I probably got that in person. My capture card, but I got like some component for it for the PS3. But that was a long time ago. It's just like, it pissed me off so much that I had to do that. To get like 50 different pieces just to be able to stream Red Dead Redemption on my fucking PS3 because it's so hard to do. What's that? What? The pop filter? Yeah, let me see if I can just do this daily quest. We'll have 10 damage either way. Go ahead and freeze that fucker too. Okay. We're just making people actually rage quit out. We're beating them so hard. It's like something that you put on your mic just to reduce some of the background sound and especially to counter... Oh, fuck, we still got 70 damage what to do. Like some of the plosives. So when you say like the letter P or the letter B or something, it can kind of pop and make a distorted sound a little bit. You don't really need one. It just kind of helps a little bit. I feel like we haven't gotten that much value out of the 3-peater lately. That was always the MVP before. This guy's name just seems very bot-esque. Yeah, I'd be very happy to see Bad Moon Rising come up at any point, and at some point it actually will. Like, I want Bad Moon Rising so bad that I'll let this playthrough go on for like over a year so that it resets through every event card. And I'll literally save up 2,000 this time so I can guarantee that I get it. You know what this would do is pretty much guarantee the safety of that guy. In his last moment, he shows you who he truly is, a 2-mana 2/2. Where he got his attack value back there. Yeah, I wonder what kind of weird gimmicky things they're doing in Fortnite this month. It's like Magic the Gathering, where it's like some kind of a... Damn it. Where it's some kind of a... You get to play as Darth Vader, or you get to play as something weird from some other universe. It could be an Avatar overlap too. You get to play as the Na'vi. I haven't been this excited for a Na'vi since Ocarina of Time. Haha. They copied Zelda and they copied Avatar: The Last Airbender. There even is like the whole Fire Clan thing. So there were so many jokes and memes about that. Like... Whatever, just the fact that, oh, the Fire Clan and an Avatar thing, it must be directed by M. Night Shyamalan or whatever, whoever made the original cartoon. Nothing to do with, obviously, James Cameron. That is like a really well-received series, too. Like, everybody loves that. But I've never seen it. It's just one of those classics, I guess. And then everybody hated the M. Night Shyamalan version. Not that that's a surprise, but... He's one of those guys who peaked too early, I guess. I won't even say he's a one-hit wonder, but... Like a 3-hit wonder, almost. Gonna bounce to 5/5, surely. Still fine. We got pretty good value out of it. Some of these environments do make you just feel so helpless because there's just nothing you can do about it. Unless you have your own to replace it, like a stadium card or like a field card in some of these other games. I'd love to finish somebody off with this, but it just takes forever sometimes. Flash damage in the water, how fitting. But it wouldn't actually even kill it. Wait, but that's suboptimal play. Why wouldn't you just let him get through everything then? Oh, well, I guess it didn't matter. Pretty good streak, actually, that we're on. 50 more damage. There's no chance of us not getting it now. It's just a matter of how many games it'll take. I prefer the one that's just like win 5 games because we would have easily done that by now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. This thing almost seems too shitty to have in here, but it is just there for the team out. Oh yeah, let's see whose plays out better that way. But his, at least, he has more control over than that. You could play these two together, or you could just... Okay, that could get out of hand pretty quickly, though. Sort of tricks transform this random zombie. I don't know. That's a bit of a confusing situation. I shouldn't leave those two things around. Yeah, that's actually fine. Trade in. This is almost remind you a little bit of the ship from Mars Attacks. Is make all those cute little sounds and don't even say anything. That movie had like one of the biggest budgets ever, and it was such a major flop, actually. So you have the 5-5 left to contend with. He'll resummon that one. This one doesn't look too promising, actually. Gives me an even bigger incentive to play just fully aggro. The fact that I just want to do the daily quest. I don't even care whether I win or not, but that is how I should play anyway. Absorb a nasty 7 damage here. We can wait on that. Yeah, right, like if you freeze them now, it won't last until into next turn, so what's the point? It's only turn 4. Like, why is this such an insane game so far? Oh, like you have to do 300 damage to them, so I've done like 250. Like to just to other opponents. So here we can just buff some shit up, freeze that guy. Oh yeah, you can't do that. So even if I lose, I still win because I get to do it on the other 2 plants. Solar Flare, Wall Knight are still left. Yeah, for me it's more like a weekly quest because, or maybe it is meant to be. The one that gives you more is meant to be a weekly quest, but I never get to actually do it because of how little I actually play this game. Yeah, and we're obviously gonna lose this one. Not even a double Dark Matter Dragon Fruit can save me now. So that was an insane start though, how he got both of these out there, and I guess I was a little bit boneheaded in not trying to deal with them. Thinking I could somehow get away with that. What a way to win. And in the center lane right to the face, and the center lane is the only one that actually looks like it actually is very fitting for actually hitting you. All the rest of them seem like you missed anyway. Can't really lose ranks either. I don't know if that changes later on once you get to a higher one. I feel like it does, but I can't tell you how much that block meter triggered me at the beginning of playing this game. I still don't like it, but at least you get kind of used to it. It's just such an anti-fun mechanic because it's so... Like, even if you want to start people at 30 health or something to drag it out a bit more, that's still... Well, now he's taking the wrong lesson from that. I'm doing it just for the 1 extra mana, not for fucking aggro sake, but I would do it here too. Almost a good thing that they heal too, because that helps pad the fact. Well, I guess not though. You could just play 2 quick games instead. The amount of time that he would take to stall out and do that. Give it 2, and then you could do this. +1/+1 when plant enters this lane. Okay, not too bad of a spot to be in. Let's just do, like, that's kind of a shitty turn, though. Fuck. Well, that's your best removal card in Infinity's whole existence, or whatever, that set of classes, so you're not gonna be... What does GMC mean? GMC, where do you see that? Grand Motor... Isn't it like some kind of car? Grand Motor Company. Like in World War II and cars. Yeah, it's some kind of car. I forget what it stands for, but... General Motor Company. I bet you would have saved the cake for that, dude. What a mistake. That means can't be hurt this turn, that's fine. Those who don't even matter for that, strike through. It's not like I'm going to die here. Or fuck it, I'll just do that anyway too. That's almost pointless though, because you were gonna get the strike through anyway. I guess strike through is a little better than I give it credit for. You know what would have been good is if I had just used that on, if I had used it on his face there, I would have actually won. I didn't have to destroy the thing. Yeah, that's not a big deal. The strike through should almost guarantee my success here, and it does. Yeah, maybe I do underestimate that mechanic. Because it lets you get so much damage through that you wouldn't otherwise. It's kind of a cheese. Because you would think in some games it would be like the overkill damage that you do ends up going through. But here, just all of it does, no matter what. Even if you don't kill them at all. Now you're pretty much guaranteed to get 20 because we're certainly going to win, but not if they quit out first, I guess. Yeah, it should never be less than 20. It should always be at least that, if not more, if they heal like a clown. Yeah, I should totally make a React Andy channel, like for TV shows and movies and stuff, and be like a critic again, just because that's what people do these days. And get copyright striked into oblivion, and do it on a little boat while watching Jaws, like this one person did. What was the other one? Like watching Blair Witch Project in the woods, in the dark at night. I gotta give them credit at least, though. They're basically doing the, like, obviously there's a sense of irony in even them doing it. Like, they know how stupid it seems, but this is the modern era of content that we live in, so you have to just embrace it, I guess. Like, I'll go to a famous battleground to play chess and use the statues of the people who took place in the part in the real fight to have a chess game or something, because I'm Alex Botez and I do content for chess. This will be fine. This is also okay. You got to put the environment down there that also heals you, and you get like an infinite loop combo chain with this. Whenever you heal, you do damage. Whenever you do damage, you heal. Okay, I mean, you're putting a lot into this one guy. 3-3. To give me abuse my legendaries here. You can easily still kill it with the berry thing, so it's not a big deal at all. 2-3. I forget what this guy does. The environment gets +1/+1. You might think that, oh, even those should count as environments. Basically, the whatever, like the roof for the slant and the water here, but yeah, that's a very slow play though, because you're not going to be able to do anything, or you'll be able to do one, I guess. 3-2 octopus with amphibious. So what, she goes bald? Oh, I get it. That's the hair. I've probably seen that a million times before, but it is kind of a funny animation. The game does have a great sense of style and personality to it, like all the PvZ products, but it's just surprising that it even exists, or that they did so much with this series or IP. Like, I wonder what is next for this. This seems like one of those jokes or something that an intern would just do, like, for the fuck of it. Like, that's almost what Hearthstone still was too. Like, oh yeah, like, let's just do it as a pet project. Like, they have 100 projects like that. Like, let's just make it this little dinky card game. Let's make some sort of crossover with all these IPs, like Heroes of the Storm. But then some of them actually become so impressive, they're like, oh, let's make this into a full product and see what happens. So it was never meant to be what it is. That's sometimes the best way that developers can do something, is you just kind of let people work on stuff and then see what sticks, instead of going in and saying, okay, we're going to put all our resources into just one thing, and that's going to be our go-to no matter what. Like WoW, they focused so much on WoW that we never got Warcraft 4 or anything else. Okay, he's really overcommitting to some very shitty stuff here. He'd easily destroy that. I don't know if I even want to bother doing it though. Oh, here we go, everybody's favorite card. I still don't care about this clown, but always good to end on a high note, at least with a win, to show that we could have gone as far as I wanted, but just for the sake of time, I'm not able to. I like how this environment looks almost like that shit was always there underground, like this is War of the Worlds or something, and you're just kind of revealing that it was there by breaking open the ground rather than actually putting it there. All these pipes and machinations were all part of the zombies' master plan. Okay, that'll be able to kill it. 6-1. That maybe didn't seem like the best idea, but then I didn't have anything else to really do either. How much more damage? I don't know. This should probably be the last one. I think he healed for a little bit. It would have been exactly 20. That doesn't do shit though. For each health your hero has, like this anti-hero would be perfect. So if we can just do it before he can do anything about it. It's arguably a bad card to even have in an aggro deck, but sometimes you'll clear out like the two whatever, like a bunch of one health things. Heal your hero. Fuck, but I'll still get the moral victory because I'll still do what I need to. Should definitely be enough. Yeah. We would have still had Wall Knight to play, arguably, but that's fine. Okay, I'll be back.